Hello, everybody. I hope all is well. I got my son in the background, so it's going to be kind of loud because he's choosing not to stay in one room and be loud and run his car. Instead, he wants to come and follow me and run his car and then mimic everything that I say, but in his own words. Anyway, I'm coming to you guys. Today is a really cold day here where I live at, so I got on like this sweater over my shirt. I'm just coming to you guys because I just want to do a video on my aches and my pains and my fibromyalgia, and then also my scoliosis and so on and so forth. Um, oh God, I ran out of medication, and I did a video because I take Lyrica. Now, Lyrica works perfect for fibromyalgia and aches and pains and so on and so forth. I know for me it does. It works perfect. And at first I used to always say, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't take the pain away. It just is a Band-Aid for it. But I noticed this the last few days when I didn't have my medication. And I went through hell. I sat in my bed for 2 nights, and the thing about it is, I had a muscle relaxer that I took, and then I took my Topamax for my migraines that I normally have to take every day, and then I also took my other medications. I take quite a few medications that I can't remember the name, but I do know that they are prescribed medications, and they are medications for my aches and my pain. But the main one that I'm supposed to take is the Lyrica, and I didn't have it. And when I tell you that my body aches and my body pains, oh my goodness, I was in so much pain. And I tell you, this pain hit me at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was in so much pain. I mean, it was really, really achy. I mean, you know that it's a type of ache where you just really feel like ending it all because it's just very, very uncomfortable to the point to where you just like, come on, why can't it get any better? So what I did was I wrote it out and I said, okay, whatever. Then I went on with my second night and I'm like, oh God, I can't do it, and I just, I finally, I did my praying and stuff like that, but it was just not like, it's not me. It wasn't me. I couldn't. I didn't have the strength to do anything. I couldn't cook for my family. I couldn't do anything because it was just that bad. So Monday, actually, I had a doctor's appointment yesterday, which was Tuesday. Monday, I still same thing because I ran out of my medication on Saturday. So mind you, I ran out Saturday because I only had one left. So I took that Saturday, suffered Saturday night because I only had one, suffered Sunday night, suffered Monday night. Got up yesterday and I went to my doctor and went to my doctor and and I spoke with them and so on. And I love going to my doctor. I love my physician's assistant that sees me in case when my doctor's not available. But when you tell people that you don't have money, and I understand that $3.50 is nothing, but for some people, when you just don't have it, you just don't have it. So when you tell people that you don't have it, and they look at you a certain way, but they're the type of people that's really, really extremely nice to you, so you don't want to curse them out or anything like that. So that's the situation I was stuck with yesterday. And when he gave me that look, like, I was like, come on, Dale, don't do me like that. Don't give me that. I was like, any other time, I said, you don't ever see me come in here and ask for samples. Ever. I said, that's because every month I go in, I pay my $3.50, and I get this medication. I said, for some odd reason this month I just couldn't get it right. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the medication wasn't refillable until the 15th. So, like I told him, I said, I'll have it. I just don't have it right now. And so I said, could you just give me some to hold me over until I get the money? So I said, whatever. I said, could you just give me the samples? And he was like, yeah, I don't mind doing that. I said, yeah, I kind of. I didn't talk crap or anything. I just was like, okay, whatever, because I've been in pain. So at that point, I just, I'll take 2 small sample bottles. I know 14 come in the bottle. So I'm going to make my way up there today, and I'm going to go up there and get my medication. Thank goodness. He put me on Celebrex. So he took me off of the Naproxen and put me on Celebrex. So I take that one a day, and then I take my Lyrica, and then of course I take my Topamax. And then I have a prescription for the Vicodin. I don't too much fool with the Vicodin because I don't, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want to fool with that. But I take it whenever I need it, if it's in case I'm just really in dire straits of pain. But yeah, so, pain is just unbearable when you don't have the proper medication. And I urge people out there, when you do have these medications and when you do have to take them and you get them prescribed to you, please take these medications because they will help. If you have fibromyalgia, if you have scoliosis, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia falls in that rheumatoid arthritis family too as well. If you have any aches, pains, anything, heart troubles, anything, take your medications. I'm telling you right now, because in the long run, when you have those effects for so long and you don't take those medications, it will affect you. Let's just say if you have been taking a heart medication for a certain amount of time for heart pain or something like that, and you stop that medication because you don't have the money to go get your medicine, you can have heart failure or you can have a heart attack, something like that. I don't know, but I just urge people to do that. I just thought that I'd come and do this video because I just been having like hectic days and stuff like that. I had been struggling a lot, especially just in life, period. I've had people tell me, that I do a lot of things. I do too much walking and going to church too much and stuff like that. And I'm like, are you serious? I don't know. I just don't know. What I'm doing is I'm trying my best to do what I can to serve the Lord. And I don't want no one coming to me telling me that I'm doing too much of it. And that's when I start to get discouraged with that person, not with the Lord, not with the word, but with people. I already said to everyone, and I already still say to everyone, that I don't rely on man. I only rely on the man above. And I'm going to always rely on him. I'm going to always ask him for things. I'm going to always trust in him. I'm going to always say, you know what? Look, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what's needed in my household. This is what's needed in my relationship. I cannot trust no one. I can't go and call a place and say, I need this assistance and stuff like that and expect for them to help me, because they're not. People will work on their own time and they won't help you when you really need it. I've been wanted to make this video about people not helping, not being of help, not being of assistance, not coming through for people who need help, homelessness, child abuse, child neglect, all that stuff. It's just getting outrageous. And I'm in a county where it's limited bus services. I'm looking at my kids, that's why I keep seeing my eyes going. Limited bus services. Fairfield, California. The county is so little that you can practically walk everywhere you need to go. Seriously. Even though the blocks are long, you still can walk everywhere you need to get to. But what I'm saying, what I'm trying to get at, and I know everybody's saying, well, if you can walk where you're getting to, then why are you complaining about transportation? I'm complaining about transportation because Elderly people can't walk where they need to get to. Disabled people can't walk where they need to get to. Personally speaking, I'm disabled. I look young. I'm 36 years old. But if I walk a distance, I'm going to pay for it when I get back home. I promise you that. I'm going to pay for it that whole time when I get home and that very next day because I have body aches and pains. Now, when you need to get from point A to B, you have to get on one bus, get off of that other bus, get on one bus, get off of that bus, get on another bus. Once you get on that bus, you have to get off that bus and board another bus. That's in order to get to your current destination. Okay? Now, the place where I used to take my children, I used to take my children to go see Dr. Ginsburg, Michael Ginsburg, over at the North Bay Health Center. And he's such an excellent doctor. If anybody sees this video, lives in Fairfield, lives in Solano County, knows who he is, then you know who I'm talking about. They stop the buses from going over there. So there's absolutely no bus that goes over there. So what do we got to do? We have to take our children to the county clinic. Now everybody knows that the county clinic is very, very booked. So basically, they will book you. So like say, for instance, if I call today and I say I need to get in, they will book me today. And if I can't come in today, they'll book me for tomorrow. But guess what? They're overbooked. So you get there and you're waiting, and then there's tons of people there. You're going to get in, but guess what? You're going to get in quick, but guess what? They only have like 10 minutes. So they're going in and they're coming out. And I don't like that because I grew up in the county clinic. And I just want more for my children. And I know that if the buses would go to the area where, LaShawn, please, hon, if the buses would go into the area where this doctor's office is, then I would take my kids there. So that's why I said that. Then I know someone whose daughter is legally blind, can't drive or anything, and the buses won't even come get her daughter to take her to school. And her daughter has to miss school. She doesn't have any transportation. She doesn't have anyone to take her to school. And Solano County will not send buses over to pick up the girl. So the girl has to miss school. So my thing is, why can't a school bus go over and pick up the young child if her mom is disabled and blind legally, completely blind? I don't get it, you know, and the county is so little. Like, where do the buses come and pick up these children at? And where do they take, why do the buses come pick up these children that I see, and where do they take them? You know, so, you know, like with my daughter, I have to walk far. I have to like literally walk across railroad tracks to take my daughter to school and to pick her up from school. So I put in a request to have her go to a school that's 2 blocks down the street from my house versus 5 blocks down the street from my house across some railroad tracks. What sense does it make to go down there 5 blocks when I can go 2 blocks down the street? And they accepted my request. I thank God for that. I do, because I said I just couldn't do it. And then I had her father say, well, you know, it don't make sense. Yes, it does. It makes a lot of sense. It really does. And it lifts a lot off of me, because all I would have to do is just walk 2 blocks down the street and she's at school. And I don't have to worry about walking 5 blocks down the street past railroad tracks, risking my life every single solitary day. And you know, it's something I forgot to mention. They're always working on those railroads. You know, sometimes the bells don't go off, and the train is like halfway through the trail, the railroad, before the thing goes off and the borders go down. So basically, they don't work sometimes, and we could be trying to get across, and then here comes a train, and next thing you know, someone's getting hit. So, hon, you have to be quiet or go in the room, okay? You can't be loud like that. Yeah, he's very loud, very loud. You know, if I take this and go in the room and sit, and he'll come with me. But that's a good thing. If kids want to follow you, let them follow you instead of them being in the room by themselves tearing up. I guess that's all I needed to cover. back to my doctors. Yeah, I told my doctor yesterday, I said, you guys are my primary care physician. And I refused to go back to the rheumatologist. I said, I'm not going back to that rheumatologist at all. And he looks at me and he's like, why? I said, because this rheumatologist is focusing on one thing, and they're not focusing on my pain, and it's bothering me. And I'm not going to go back. The reason why I'm not going to go back is because when I do go back, the next time I go back, I'm going to go bad on everyone. And I've been dealing with this lady since September, and she has not helped me with my pain at all. So imagine that. Okay, just tell my doctor that will help me when we get everything situated with the problem that's going on, and then once that problem is situated, it's with my stomach. So basically, there's things going on with my stomach that she don't want to give me the medication because I have my ulcer and stuff like that. So they have to do the ultrasound and all that stuff of the liver, the kidneys, and all that crazy stuff. So she want to give me a medication that won't clash with that, with that particular issue. But don't keep bringing me back to your office to talk about that every time you bring me in. Just tell my doctor, okay, look, I will see her back when you guys take care of this issue. Other than that, I can't assist her. Then we had the dermatologist who didn't remove that or this, who acted as if she was calling me and trying to schedule something. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. You guys are just really picking at me right now. And so I'm waiting on them. So, it's just kind of hard. I'm at a point where I'm just like, whatever. Don't refer me to anybody else. Just do what you can with me, and that's that. And I'll just leave it at that point because I'm tired. Stop referring me out. I wasn't even going to go to the rheumatologist from the beginning. I just wanted to go so that I could just get my aches and pains out the way. And then she does all these freaking tests on me and don't even see me after that. Just let the physician assistant see me and don't even give me a rundown of the whole body exam that they did from nuclear medicine or anything. Just basically, crap, bull crap. Bull crap that could have just been avoided, Just focus on the aches and pains and not focus on things that really don't matter to me. Because my stomach does matter, but my aches and pains matter as well. If I can get my stomach under control and because I don't have any stomach pain, but, for some odd reason, I don't know. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day, and I'm going to get off of this computer. I would have done it on my phone, but it takes 55 years just to load. And then hopefully this stupid computer will let me take this through, because normally it won't. And if for some odd reason it'll tell me error, or either it won't record. Anyway, you guys have a blessed one, and I hope that I hope you guys pray for those people over in Boston. I don't know what's the deal with all this madness and drama. I think about Michelle Sands, and I can't think of his name. But you guys all know who you are. There are people I'm sub to who did these videos about the destruction of the world and stuff like that. And they said that it was a lot going on, screaming and hollering and people running everywhere and stuff. When I heard about the Boston bombs, I thought about them, and I said that's their vision, that's their dreams. Whatever that they're going to have visions or dreams. That's what it was, And so except for theirs was the coming of Christ, but that's what it was. That's how I perceived it, but they may not see it that way. But anyway, you guys have a blessed one, and I hope to see. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Okay, have a good one.